Hey everybody, hope all is well. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about pimp that. I'm sorry, not pimp. I'm sorry. My apologies. The preacher. Yeah, forgive me. The preacher man. It's ATC time about those comments. Y'all tripping me out. So about the comments, I did the video about how the preacher likes to flex. Look what happens next. Wow. So formerly known as said, the dude in the original video at 113 was entirely too calm. I firmly believe he was in on it. Please go back and look. DNA evidence, TBMOTH. He got him a preaching gig going, a preaching gig. But then it's like, I read about this. This story is crazy. So yeah, I thought about it and I said, let me go back, let me go back and formerly known as, and see what's going on. Okay. And then we'll get to some more comments. So he said it, I think at 113. Yeah, formerly known as says, the dude in the original video was entirely too calm. I get you. I got you. I agree. So here we are. Let's go to the video. So here's the preacher. Okay, all decked out. I guess you got yours now. Okay. But let's check it out. Fair use. Watch the man. It's not going to be any sound. I want you, she's going to watch the man over here in the corner. Keep in mind, on the news conference, the preacher said when he saw him coming in, they had guns at I think the deacon's head, and he was saying, everybody, the women, the children, they were getting down on the ground, okay? There have been several reports of this, and I've watched a couple of others. He made it clear that everybody was getting down on the ground. One of them even had a gun to his daughter's head. Okay? So the preacher getting down on the ground, all the members, the women, the children, the other men, even the elderly. Meanwhile, you might have came in and walked. You better find your way down to that ground, because these horrible, diabolical seeds of poverty did not playing with you. So keep in mind, everybody's getting down on the ground. They got some guns. I understand. Look at the one here that's sitting down. So yeah, I did go back and look, and I thought, check it out. He's saying, yo, he getting down. The preacher getting down. Look, this guy's still sitting. This guy not even moving. He just still sitting. He's just sitting and watching. Look, he's just out of all this. So the preacher's getting down. Little bro over here, even the congregation is getting down on the ground. But this man sitting here in the back, he just stood chilling like you wouldn't even tell anything happening. He didn't stand up. He just still sitting down watching. Men with guns. So he saw him come in with the guns. So the preacher got down. The members in the church got down. But this man right here, he's still just sitting down. He has not moved. Hasn't moved a bit. Y'all, why is that? He hasn't moved. He just sat there. Are you like the inside man? And I'm not understanding. First, I heard it was 100 members. Then I heard it was, they're saying 40 people were there. How you come up with, so you mean to tell me 40 church-going people can get this man, the preacher, decked out in $1 million in jewelry? Is that what we're saying here? For the bishop. You mean to tell me 40 people belonging to a church, even 100, $1 million in jewelry? Who going there, Master P? Who paying tithing? Is it Kanye? A Yeezy? Yay, whatever his name is, Yee? Seriously. Who's paying tithing there? $1 million. All that going down, and he just still sitting there like, what they doing? No emotion? Not understanding. Something's not right. So I'm wondering if the preacher and him, and I don't want to accuse anyone, but I can wonder, we all can. Yes, I'm wondering if the preacher and what they said, him right there, are in on it. He would be the first one I would talk to. Or maybe he probably still there thinking, they said they was going to do it. Yeah, I see Ray Ray. Oh, he ain't going to do nothing good. That's my first cousin. You just sitting up there chilling? You haven't even moved. Didn't even stand up. Okay, hands up. Didn't even move. He sat there the whole time. With his Bible, I'm assuming, on his lap. Or there might be some kind of napkin. I don't know. So I think he would be the first one. He would be the first one I want to talk to. Why are you so calm? Something's not right. So let's get to some more of the comments. Let me know what you guys think. That's how everybody, the preacher on the ground, the members, the women, the children, the elderly, everybody on the ground. But your boy, he's sitting up here just chillaxing like he at the show. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I know, but I knew, I was going to be worried about that. You're not worried? Maybe because you know them. What's his position? Whatever it is, he just sat there. Normally, I would think if you saw a man with a gun, you would at least kind of stood up, like, hey, what's going on? He stayed seated the whole time, cool as a cucumber. Maybe he waited to get this apart. But it does lead me to believe, as they say, something in the milk ain't white, and something about this ain't right. So Randy McGee says, I finally know the punchline to a joke circling in my head for years. What's the difference between a pimp and a pastor? She said, a pastor's shoes are more expensive. I cannot. The pastor's shoes are more expensive. Dan Bowman said, what about that jewelry? First of all, the Ruby Bishop's ring is either a red spinel or a synthetic tone. Rubies that size never appear on the market. It would be worth millions if authentic. Secondly, those pave diamonds on the crosses aren't worth much at all. People get sucked about the total carat weight, but that doesn't add up to anything. All that matters, value-wise, is the carat weight of individual stones. So don't tell me you think he's got some fake rubies and trying to pass it off as, I'm wanting it for an insurance scam. And he might have the real ones at home. That's possible. A person can go and get a lookalike diamond. They can have the real thing at home safe, put the fake one on, say, I got robbed, insurance. And then insurance writes the check, they cash, keep the money, and you still got the real thing at home. That's possible. The nurse said he is a perfect leader for the BC. We over-support criminals. Yes, hate to say it. Perfect leader. I keep telling you, when somebody gets got, in most cases, especially if it's a black man, he might have something going for himself or some kind of wealth. Look at that young rapper. Got killed recently, 2 days ago? He started to make little changes, seems like. Gone. And all this can go on. It can be in the broad daytime. Guns jamming, all kind of stuff. Maybe the gun bootleg, whatever. But whatever the issue is, that criminal can hide out and it'll be protected, and the community go real silent. Let somebody in black, let it be a black woman that trade and say, oh, y'all insider traded. She made $1 million, man. The black community will give her up just like that. But a murder and a criminal, no. And so simply said, girl, you got that church moaning down. Great commentary as always. Thank you so very much. Uniquely Vicky says, he's too ostentatious for me. I would never be a part of a church with this type of behavior. No discretion whatsoever. Did you see him in a Gucci coat now? The Louis Vuitton jacket was a lot. This the pastor, but see, I want to stand out. Don't forget, sometimes pastors some of them can come from the school of pimpology, baby. Pimping them, baby. Did you see him in that Gucci coat? Louis Vuitton, rolling up in a $400,000 Rolls Royce. And then they say something about he spent 5 years in jail for maybe identity theft and some other things. Shalane said, you took us to church with that church mama him at the end. Maybe it was the Lord that removed that sinful jewelry from him in Jesus' name. You got that money for jewelry. And you know somebody out the papa don't have their rent. In New York too? Again, they could have bought a franchise and hired some of the young people at the church. Kid you not. You'll get a greater return than the jewelry, boo. But I know life is business with Dusty's, which some of these church folk is a little different. Just past that church plate. Hot Rod says, hey, Queen, you sound like you know what it is. Yeah, I think what it is some kind of fraud on it. That's my opinion. Diva Kika said 100. Yes, Diva Kika. 100 members. $400,000 car and $500,000 jewelry. Sounds like an insurance scam. K. McLeod says, yes, it may have been staged. Afro Atheist is now Afro Antitheist. Says, sounds like a religious one. A religious scam? Again, you saw the one on the stage. The whole time he just sat there watching. I said, let me go back. Just sat there watching. Yes, Renee Dennis said, that thought did cross my mind. Sagittarius Black said, the Lord giveth with one hand and taketh with the other. Exactly. And if the jury don't show up as hard as times are, it could be an insurance scam, and then he gets the money, get their little part, and then he get back the same jewelry. Because I can't see a thief holding that kind of money just holding it in his dresser drawer. No, they're going to want that cash. Ooh, Nina Boo Sexy Sanchez says that's what he get for flossing like that. While the church folks stay poor. Exactly. Pimping. I mean, that's a lot. But the membership, I'm just saying the membership and the numbers, not understanding that. So, yep, he got a preaching gig. That is for true. And formerly known as, that's the dude was entitled to come. I think he was entitled to come because he probably knew what was going to go on. He probably knew anybody going to get hurt. They all looking scared. He probably already knew that's why it was too calm. So please go back and look, and I did just that. Angie Joyce said, you speak a lot of true issues. Thank you so very much. Thanks for supporting the channel. LG says, the pastor definitely doing other activities on other things. I think so too. The membership and the money ain't adding up. The membership and the money is not adding up. Scrooge McDuckbridge says, Sinji and Simply have the best Dusty voice. Yeah, I think it's going to be an investigation. Don't be surprised if they come up with a new one. And they may have I wouldn't be surprised if something goes on. All it takes is one fool to get pinched. Don't be surprised. It might be a follow-up. Weeks or months later, the pimping preacher. Don't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm just sitting back with my popcorn waiting on it. Zafira said he took the prison to pass the pipeline. And look, and went to the banquet and got a preaching gig going. Funkalicious Music said, insurance scam. Want to spend it on Beckett. I saw the wifey, the blondie. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm telling you, do not be surprised if there's an update. And not so much as we grab the criminals, it just take one. The Dusty's going to talk for sure. Lisa Quall, same thing. Wouldn't be surprised. Cartonia Pratt says, oh, wow. Never thought about that. I thought about it reading the comments. I thought about it after reading these comments. And she says, the Bible ain't said a darn thing about bishop rings. These Dusty pastors are hilarious. Look here. He's trying to flex. And a lot of times when men try to flex, they trying to flex for women too. Look at me, what I got, what I can do for you. That'll bring the sister Auras, and the street chicks are coming. Remember Eddie Long? He was flexing. He was flexing on all kind of trips and flexing on trips with the menses. Made one of them little menses mad, one of the queens mad. He done called them out. And one of them was really cute and did his little debut. Again, they're not just flexing for the wife or to show success. No. They flexing. Look at me. That will bring women money. Kay said, "I'll be hollering when you do those dusty voices." Uh, LMAO, I know you got that. Listen, and that's where they came to him like that. I wouldn't be surprised if the one sitting in the back, if the pastor's not on it. My apologies, please forgive me. The one in the back, probably already know. Man, he got it like that. He got them stats. That's what I'm talking about. Shoot, we are talking about we should not prove broke, man. Don't make no sense. We not look at now. And hold on, stop and think. They didn't get the collection plate. If the church members, if 40 church members can bring in that kind of cash, if I was gonna be a criminal, when they passing down some serious cash. Stop and think, people. Let's talk about this here. Wouldn't you want? It's easy to get the cash. It's like it's gonna be some marked bills, but they didn't get the collection plate. Now they wanted that jewelry, which leads me to believe it's an inside job for sure. And whoever's on the inside know the collection plate. It ain't gonna be that much cash. If they can bankroll him in that kind of lifestyle, if they can bankroll him in that kind of lifestyle, you just go ahead and meet that collection plate. They said a black church collects like what, $3 billion every Sunday. I'm sorry, 3 million every Sunday combined. Surprising. So I don't want the collection plate. If you're gonna steal, go ahead and get the cash. You don't have to fence anything. Now they wanted that jewelry. So I'm thinking it's an inside. It's got to be an inside job. That's what it was. No, man, forget that collection plate. The real money around his neck. Remember he said it was tapping him on the neck? Tap. Tapping that neck. That's what the real money is. And you need all that jewelry just to go to church and preach the word? You need a Rolls Royce? I thought they said Jesus walked. Just saying. He didn't even have a chariot, did he? Interesting. Gotcha. Another reverend. Wait. Merle Brett said, "Hood hustler." Gloria Jose says, "Same pastors are taking a lot of black women to the lake of fire." Child, they might be taking him to the lake of jail, to the lake of fire later. I'm telling you, I think something is going to come of this, Lucy. I think you made a mess. Something will come of this. See, Shell says, "I'm so glad I got rid of my logo accessories." No. See, Shell, you're not getting it, baby. He wants the floss. He wants the floss when they look at me. Now, he just got robbed. Is that Rolls Royce your only vehicle or $400,000 car? I would want to keep it incognito. You can have that. Okay, fine. That's a little excess. But you can't drive a regular vehicle? Wherever I go, I want to be seen. That's who I am. He done went from the prison to preaching. He went from prison to preaching to prosperity. And when I saw that Gucci color, I said, oh, that's just too much for the pastor. Island Girl said his parishioners probably pay for all the jewelry and the fancy car while they live in poverty. Disgraceful? I think it's insurance fraud. We're not the only ones. And that's really sad. Our people give all their money, and I think sometimes you're like, why would they do that? Because they are living, I think, to that person. Oh, look at him. Oh, it sure is nice. He sure is doing it, y'all. I've seen him go to mega churches and got Mima on the bus with her. What's the outfit they wearing all white when they usher? How you got a big old church and she on the bus? On the city, not the church bus, the city bus. You can't arrange for a way home. Jackson Ernie said, what about the almost $250,000 unpaid settlement that he owes? Last report states that his loss totals around $1 million worth of goods. I'm going to say this and I gotta go. AH says, insurance fraud. Hello says, that suit looks dumb. I thought that about the Gucci suit. It was too much. Woo! And I'm going to have to stop right here. Let me say one last thing. This right here, Jackson Ernie, good point. He says, what about the $250,000 unpaid settlement that he owes? The last report states that he lost his his loss totals around $1 million worth of goods. But hold on a minute. See, Dusties don't think they just do. If it is insurance fraud and they find out, boy, you might just put them alphabet boys up in your life, the feds. Because you got this kind of money. Don't you have to pay restitution? So he has an unpaid settlement. You might have just put the spotlight on you, boo. Seriously. If he has done insurance fraud, if that's what it is, and not necessarily him being a victim of robbery, you are a fool. Because then they might start investigating you. Hey, because stop and think. You got an unpaid settlement that you owe. The jury alone could have paid that. Dusty's are dumb. If that's the case, he may have just put the spotlight on him. So don't be surprised when they start knocking and come in and start grabbing assets. $250,000 settlement that he owes. They might start trying to put a freeze on that bank account. He probably didn't think that through. So if he has engaged in insurance fraud, you're stupid. You just put the spotlight on you. Man, the IRS might start getting curious. And I will end with this. Frozen Tundra says, Black people, quote, Black people are silly about serious things and serious about silly things. Neely Fuller Jr. And I've heard that before, and sadly, that sums it all up. He's serious about trying to look rich. And they say you owe a settlement? You putting a spotlight on you? Really? Again, quote, Frozen Tundra's comment, Black people are silly about serious things. Wealth building, not carrying the seed of poverty D, men trying to build. They are silly about serious things and serious about silly things. That Gucci jacket, my Louis Vuitton suit, speaks volumes. So yeah, this right here, man, if he's pulled an insurance fraud, you are so dumb. Because the first one I would question is what? The brother that's calm. I'm out.